A pleasant day to you, our dearest students from the Laboratory High School, the grade 10 Galileo. This day, in this video lesson, you'll be learning polynomials. But before that, let us first have a warm-up exercise. Evaluate each expression for the given value of x. Number 1, we have 2x plus 3 and x equals 2. So what we are going to do is to evaluate this expression, 2x plus 3, given the value of x which is equal to 2. That means we'll be changing x here to 2. So x will become 2 times 2. So you will have 2 times 2 is equal to 4 plus 3, and that is equal to 7. And then in here, x is equal to negative 1. Negative 4 times negative 1 minus 2. Negative 4 times negative 1 is equal to positive 4. Minus 2 is equal to positive 2. Here, number 3, the answer is positive 2. Then for number 2, we have x squared plus 4. You substitute the value of x, which is negative 3 here. So negative 3 squared is 9. Plus 4 is equal to 13. Then for number 4, we have 7x squared plus 2x, where x equals 3. So by substitution, you will have 7 times 3 squared plus 2 times 3. Then 3x or 3 squared is equal to 9 times 7 is 63. 63 here plus 2 times 3 is 6. 63 plus 6 is equal to 69. So we can now evaluate expressions for the given value of x. Ganun lang kadali, ano? Pinapalitan lang natin yung mga unknown variables ng kanilang exact value. This time, we identify the coefficient in each term. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng coefficient? When we say coefficient, it is the number na kasama ng ating mga unknown variables. Sila yung nasa unahan ng mga unknown variables. For number 5, the coefficient here is 4. And then for number 6, we have y cubed. So the coefficient is 1. That is understood na kapag walang nakasulat na numerical coefficient, the value is equal to 1. So if you have x, then the numerical coefficient there is 1. For number 7, the numerical coefficient here is 2. And then for number 8, the numerical coefficient is negative 1. The objectives of today's lesson are classify polynomials and write polynomials in standard form, evaluate polynomial expressions. These are the words that we are going to define in this video lesson. Monomial, degree of a monomial, polynomial, degree of a polynomial, standard form of a polynomial, leading coefficient, quadratic, cubic, binomial, and trinomial. As we move on, we'll be defining and understanding these words or phrases. A monomial. A monomial is a number, a variable, or a product of numbers and variables with whole number exponents. So, tandaan natin, ano, kapag sinabi nating monomial, ito ay number, pwede rin namang variable lang, o pwede namang product ng number at saka variable, pero dapat ang ating exponent ay whole number. So, these are the examples of a monomial. We have 5, that's a monomial. Then we have x, a monomial. Then we have negative 7xy, monomial. Then we have 0.5x to the 4th, monomial yan. Kasi kung mapapansin niyo yung exponent ng lahat ng variables natin, whole number. Here, sa x, the exponent of our unknown variable is 1, whole number yon. Then the two variables here, x and y, the exponents are both 1, and 1 is a whole number. Here, the exponent of the variable is 4, and 4 is also a whole number. How about the examples of not monomials? Here we have negative 0.3x raised to negative 2. As you can see, the exponent is already negative. And negative numbers are not whole numbers. They are integers. Kaya hindi siya monomial. Here we have 4x minus y. 4x minus y, hindi na siya monomial dahil dalawa na yung terms. No? Dalawa na yung terms dito, 4x minus y. So para maging monomial lang kasi siya, dapat isang term lang siya. Then you have 2 over x cubed. Here, the exponent is whole number but it is in the denominator. So this is not a monomial because if you simplify this and remove the variable at the denominator, then the exponent will become negative. So bawal din yung nasa ilalim yung variables. How about the degree of a monomial? The degree of a monomial is the sum of the exponents of the variables. A constant has degree 0. So, ibig sabihin dito, since 5 is a constant si 5 kasi wala siyang variable na kasama. Pag walang variable na kasama ang isang monomial, then that is constant. So constant ito, ang degree niya ay 0. The degree of the monomial is 0. How about with x? Si x is a variable. So ang degree niya ay 1. That's x raised to 1. Pero understood na yun na 1 yan, kaya di na natin sinusulat. Here, we have negative 7xy. As you can see, we have two variables here, x and y. And the degree of x is 1 and the degree of y is 1 also. To get the degree of this monomial, we add 1 and 1. So that's 2. So the degree of this monomial is 2. For the last one, we have 0.5x to the 4th. The exponent of the unknown variable x is 4. So the degree of this monomial is equal to 4. Let us have another examples of finding the degree of a monomial. Find the degree of each monomial. Letter A, 4p to the 4th q cubed. So we have two variables here, p and q. The exponent of p is 4 and the exponent of q is 3. To get the degree of this monomial, we simply add 4 and 3, so that is equal to 7. So the degree of the first monomial is equal to 7. For letter B, we have two unknown variables here, which are e and d. The exponent of e is equal to 1 and the exponent of d is also equal to 1. To get the degree, we get 1 plus 1, so that is equal to 2. So the degree is equal to 2. For letter C, we have here a constant monomial. We do not have a variable here, so that means the degree of this monomial is equal to 0. That is understood that if the monomial is constant, the degree is equal to 0 already. Remember, the terms of an expression are the parts being added or subtracted. Ano yung parts na yon? Those parts are the monomial parts. Lahat ng monomials na yan, kapag pinagsama-sama natin yan, nagkakaroon tayo ng another expression, nakakabuo tayo ng iba't ibang terms. Okay, find the degree of each monomial. Let us have another example. So k squared m, 2 plus 1. So the degree is equal to 3. For letter B, we have 4x. So the degree is equal to 1. For letter C, we have 2c cubed. Isa lang naman yung variable natin with an exponent of 3. So the degree is equal to 3. A polynomial is a monomial or a sum or difference of monomials. Ito na yung sinasabi ko kanina. Pag pinagsama-sama na natin yung mga monomials, nakakabuo tayo ng iba't ibang terms. At ang tawag natin doon ay polynomial. the degree of a polynomial is the degree of the term with the greatest degree. Ibig sabihin, kung ano yung monomial na nandoon sa polynomial na mayroong pinakamataas na degree, then that is already the degree of the whole polynomial. Once again, polynomial is a monomial or sum of monomials. Example of polynomials are 4x cubed plus 4x squared minus 2x minus 3. Pinagsama-samang mga monomials. Okay? Or pwede rin namang 5x plus 2. And take note that a monomial is also a polynomial. Are these polynomials or not polynomials? Let us take a look in here. We have 3 over xy. Actually, this is a monomial, 3 over xy. As you can see, we have variables at the denominator of the expression. So basically, this is not a polynomial. Next, we have negative 2. Negative 2 is a constant, so that is a polynomial, correct? We have your x, y, a, b, all variables, 4 unknown variables, x, y, a, and b, and the exponent are all 1. And 1 is a whole number, so this is a polynomial. Next, we have the absolute value of x minus 3. So, kung may absolute value, hindi siya polynomial. Ganun din, kung meron siyang radical, hindi siya polynomial. Kung merong radical, meron tayong unknown variable, letters, no, na nasa ilalim ng radical, then that is already not a polynomial unless the unknown variable is perfect square na nasa loob ng square root, perfect cube na nasa loob ng cube root. Pwedeng i-simplify, pwede siyang maging polynomial. And then the last one, we have 1/2 x. X is not in the denominator. Instead, 1/2 is being the numerical coefficient of this expression. So this is a polynomial. A monomial which is a polynomial. Example 2. Finding the degree of a polynomial. Find the degree of each polynomial. For letter A, we have 11x to the 7 plus 3x cubed. Sabi natin, para malaman natin kung ano ang degree ng isang polynomial, kuhanin natin yung degree ng lahat ng terms. So doon sa first term natin, 11x to the 7, the degree is 7. Doon sa second term, the degree is 3. So which is greater? Is it 7 or 3? Yan. So, kung alin yung may mas mataas na degree, then we get that para maging degree ng ating polynomial. So, the greatest is 7. So, the degree of this polynomial is equal to 7. For letter B, we have 1/3 w squared z plus 1/2 z to the 4th minus 5. How many terms do we have here? We have 3 terms. So, for the first term, our degree for the first term is 3 because w squared, then z raised to 1. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. For the second term, we have 1/2 z to the 4th. So the degree here is 4. And then for the last term, we have negative 5. So it's a constant term. So the degree is equal to 0. Alin ang may pinakamataas? Is it 3, 4, or 0? So the degree or the greatest is 4. So the degree of the polynomial is 4. Another examples. Find the degree of each polynomial. We have 5x minus 6. We have 2 terms here, a constant and 5x. For the first one, the degree here is equal to 1, and then for negative 6, since that's a constant term, the degree is 0. So which is greater? Yes, 1. So the degree of the polynomial is 1. For letter B, we have how many terms here? We have 4 terms. 1 is x cubed y squared. Next is x squared y cubed. Then we have negative x to the 4th plus 2. Kuhanin natin isa-isa yung kanilang degree. For x cubed y squared, the degree is 5. For x squared y cubed, the degree is 5 also. Then for negative x to the fourth, the degree is 4. And then for 2, the degree is equal to 0. And then the degree of the polynomial is the greatest, which is equal to 5. The terms of a polynomial may be written in any order. However, polynomials that contain only one variable are usually written in standard form. Kung ang polynomial natin ay may iisa lang na unknown variable, for example, x lang, y lang, a lang, kailangan isinusulat natin yon in standard form para nakaayos yung ating polynomial. The standard form of a polynomial that contains one variable is written with the terms in order from greatest degree to last or to least degree. Ibig sabihin, nagsisimula tayo doon sa term na may pinakamataas na degree hanggang sa makarating tayo doon sa term na may pinakamababang degree. When written in standard form, the coefficient of the first term is called the leading coefficient. Kapag daw nakasulat na ang ating polynomial in standard form, yung kauna-unahang term o yung kauna-unahang coefficient na nandoon sa first term, ang tawag natin doon ay leading coefficient. At yung tawag natin sa unang-unang term, ibig sabihin yung unang-unang term, yung term na mayroong pinakamataas na degree, ang tawag natin doon ay leading term. Example, writing polynomials in standard form. Write the polynomial in standard form, then give the leading coefficient. Once again, sabi natin, to write the polynomial in standard form, we start with the highest or with the term with the greatest degree. Alin dito ang may pinakamataas na degree? So that's negative 7x to the fifth. And then sumunod na yung 4x squared, sumunod na yung 6x, and then 9. So find the degree of each term, then arrange them. Yeah. So the arrangement would be negative 7x to the fifth plus 4x squared plus 6x plus 9. Eh, ang tinatanong pa dito ay give the leading coefficient. Ibig sabihin, ano yung coefficient ng unang term? So that is equal to negative 7. The standard form is negative 7x to the fifth plus 4x squared plus 6x plus 9, and the leading coefficient is equal to negative 7. Ganun lang siya kasimple, ano? Yung pagsusulat ng polynomials into standard form, lagi lang nating sisimulan doon sa term na may pinakamataas na degree or may pinakamataas na exponent. And then, para makuha mo yung leading coefficient, kailangan naka-arrange na siya. Let us have another example. Writing polynomials in standard form. Write the polynomial in standard form, then give the leading coefficient. So we do the same process. Find the degree of each term, then arrange them in descending order. Descending, ibig sabihin pababa, no? Mula dun sa may pinakamataas hanggang dun sa may pinakamababa. So, ang may pinakamataas ay y to the 6, then plus y squared minus 3y because the coefficients or the degree are 6 to 1. So, the standard form is y to the 6 plus y squared minus 3y. The leading coefficient is 1 because automatically the coefficient here is 1 kapag walang nakasulat tulad yung sabi ko kanina. Remember, a variable written without a coefficient has a coefficient of 1. So, y to the fifth is equal to 1y to the fifth. Pero hindi na natin yun sinusulat. Check it out. Example 3a. Write the polynomial in standard form, then give the leading coefficient. So, the same process. We find the degree of each term, then arrange them in descending order. Yan yon. So, nakita natin yung degree may pinakamataas ay x to the fifth. Sumunod si 9x cubed. Sumunod si negative 4x squared. Then, the constant term which is positive 16. So, the arrangement would be the standard form of the polynomial is x to the fifth plus 9x cubed minus 4x squared plus 16. And the leading coefficient is 1. Another example, write the polynomial in standard form, then give the leading coefficient. The same process, find the degree of each term, then arrange them in descending order. So you will have this. The highest one is negative 3y to the 8 plus 18y to the 5th plus 14y because these are their respective degrees. 851. So the leading coefficient would be negative 3 and the standard form of this polynomial is negative 3y 8 or to the 8th power plus 18y to the 5th power plus 14y. Some polynomials have special names based on their degree and the number of terms they have. Merong mga special name, depende sa degree. Kapag 0 yung degree, constant na yun. Ito yung walang variable. Wala siyang variable na kasama. So that is the reason why the degree is equal to 0. And then, it is a linear polynomial kapag ang degree niya ay 1. Then if the degree is 2, that is quadratic. If the degree is 3, that's cubic. If the degree is 4, that's quartic. If it is 5, then that's quintic. Then if it is 6 or more, that's 6 degree, 7 degree, and so on. Kapag naman terms ang pinag-uusapan natin, then if we only have a polynomial na meron lang siyang isang term, then that's a monomial. Kapag naman dalawa yung terms, that's a binomial. Kapag tatlo yung terms, then that's trinomial. Pag 4 or more, we call it polynomial. But actually, all of these are polynomials. Yun nga lang, meron silang special name because of the number of terms they have. Okay, let us have an example here. Classifying polynomials. Classify each polynomial according to its degree and number of terms. Sabi natin kanina, meron silang mga special name. Dito, ano yung highest degree? 3. So, kapag 3, that is cubic. So, how many terms do we have? So, we have 2 terms. So, this is degree 3 terms 2. So that is a cubic binomial. Cubic binomial. For the next one, letter B, the highest exponent is 6. So anong tawag natin doon? Then how many terms do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is at degree 6 terms 4. So ang tawag natin dyan ay 6 degree polynomial because we have 4 terms already. Then for letter C, we have negative 2x. The degree is 1. And then we only have 1 term. So this is an example of a linear monomial. Okay, another example. We have x cubed plus x squared minus x plus 2. The highest degree is 3 and we have 4 terms. So this is what we call a cubic polynomial. For letter B, the degree here is 0 because this is a constant. Nasabi ko na, constant siya. So this is a constant monomial. And then for letter C, we have the highest exponent of 8. So that is the degree, which is 8. And the number of terms is 3. So this is an example of 8 degree trinomial. Example number 5. This is already the application of polynomial. A tourist accidentally drops her lip balm off the Golden Gate Bridge. The bridge is 220 feet from the water of the bay. The height of the lip balm is given by the polynomial negative 16 t squared plus 220, where t is time in seconds. How far above the water will the lip balm be after 3 seconds? So using this polynomial, yung negative 16t squared plus 220, hahanapin natin how far above the water will the lip balm be after 3 seconds. So papalitan lang natin yung t dito na 3. So substitute the time for t to find the lip balm's height. So you will have 16 times 3 squared plus 220. Ayun na, si t, pinalitan natin ng 3 squared, ng 3. And then, we simplify this 3 squared times negative 16 plus 220. So you will have negative 144 plus 220 is equal to 76. So that means the answer would be 76 feet from the water. After 3 seconds, the lip bulb will be 76 feet from the water. Another example, what if another firework with a 5-second fuse is launched from the same platform at a speed of 400 feet per second? Its height is given by negative 16t squared plus 400t plus 6. How high will this firework be when it explodes? So yung t ulit dito is time. So papalitan lang natin yung t ng 5. So you will have 16 times 5 squared plus 400 times 5 plus 6. Then simplifying it further, you will have 5 squared, which is 25. Then 25 times negative 16 is negative 400. 400 times 5 is 2,000 plus 6. You simplify this, negative 400 plus 200 plus 2,000 plus 6. So you will have 1,606. So that means when the firework explodes, it will be 1,606 feet above the ground. Imagine that, 5 seconds lang yun, ganun na siya kataas. So ganun kabilis ang fireworks. So that's it. For your quiz, this is a quiz. It must be written in a clean sheet of paper. Part 1, find the degree of each polynomial. Degree lang ha, degree. 7a cubed b squared minus 2a to the 4th plus 4b minus 15. Then number 2, that's 25x squared minus 3x to the 4. So number lang ang sagot niya dyan, degree. Ano? Write each polynomial in standard form. Then give the leading coefficient. 24g cubed plus 10 plus 7g to the 5th minus g squared, and then number 4, that's 14 minus x to the 4th plus 3x squared. So dalawa yung sagot nyo rito. Isa yung standard form of the polynomial, at yung isa ay kung ano ang kanyang leading coefficient. And then for part 2, classify each polynomial according to its degree and number of terms. Meaning, you are going to state here the number of terms and the special name of the polynomial. Number 5, we have 18x squared minus 12x plus 5. Then number 6, you have 2x to the 4th minus 1. Then for number 7, the polynomial 3.67675v plus 0.096b squared is used to estimate the stopping distance in feet for a car, whose speed is v miles per hour on flat dry pavement. What is the stopping distance for a car traveling at 70 miles per hour? Ibig sabihin, yung 70 miles per hour, 70, isa-substitute nyo lang doon sa polynomial. Ito yon. Papalitan nyo yung v ng 70 to arrive at the answer. So that's it. Thank you very much. God bless. Hope to see you. Your output must be attached in your portfolio, and during the retrieval of your module, you are going to submit your portfolio. So that would be all. Once again, thank you. God bless, and hope to see you, our dear Galileo.